Good evening, everyone. My name is Christina Stark, and I'm the Global Enrollment and Marketing Director at New Mexico Military Institute, better known as NMMI. We're located in Roswell, New Mexico. We're so glad you could join us tonight. We know not everybody can see our campus firsthand, so this is a great opportunity for you to ask questions and learn a little bit more about NMMI. NMMI has been training cadets since 1891. We offer a junior college program awarding our students an associate's degree in a college preparatory high school. So NMMI has been ranked number one with the boarding school review for teachers with advanced degrees. 98% of our faculty has an advanced degree, either a master's or a PhD in the subject that they teach. So I just want to remind you that we are accepting applications for both programs for our spring semester through December 14th. I would highly recommend that you visit our website, www.nmmi.edu, and submit your application. So tonight we want to highlight to you some of NMMI's program, extracurriculars, and more through our event. I have here several cadets joining us tonight to give you their perspective on their time in our high school program. So I'll have each one of them introduce themselves to you. So let's start with our student, Clarice Coelho. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Cadet Captain Coelho Clarice. I'm from Brazil. I'm a senior at the New Mexico Military Institute, and this is my second year.
So, Taiki.
My name is Cadet Master Sergeant Taiki Pratapan, and I'm a junior at the New Mexico Military Institute. I'm from Bangkok, Thailand, and this is my third year at the Institute.
Very good. We also have with us Cadet Rohit.
Hi, I'm Cadet First Lieutenant Rohit Inglasetti. I'm a senior in high school. I'm from Roswell, New Mexico, and I'm a four-year student here at the Institute.
Very good. So we want to hear from the audience tonight. So be interactive. Ask questions you have. Ask us on social media using hashtag AskNMMI, or post them in the YouTube chat or snap us at NMMI Live. This is a chance for you to get to know our school and what we're all about. You can also hear from our students who have experienced all that we have to offer firsthand. So let's start with a couple of questions. So Rohit, what appealed most to you when you were considering attending NMMI?
When I was considering attending NMMI, one of the first things I looked into was the quality of education and faculty appropriation throughout for the Corps of Cadets. One of the things that I really like is that the faculty to student ratio is relatively small, and we always get some of the best education and care that we need when it comes into regard to our academics. And one other thing is that I really found there to be a sense of honor and duty in the Corps of Cadets, and I myself wanted to instill something like that in my personal life.
Thank you very much. Now, Clarice, what impressed you most about an NMMI campus?
I think when I first got here, what impressed me the most was the buildings, because the buildings are really old and they're really big. And when I first got here, they were kind of intimidating to me. But as time passed by, I got used to it, and I still think they're really pretty. And I can still remember the first time I went inside of Cahoon, and I could see the gym, and it was like the floor was like shiny, and I could see my mirror on it. And it was really good. I got really impressed by it.
Very good. So, Rohit, why did you select an MMI?
So the main reasons why I selected the New Mexico Military Institute is, for one, to enjoy my own independence and govern myself as a student. So one of the things I like is that we have a sense of freedom, but we are also responsible for ourselves, and that is something that we're constantly reminded of. Another reason is to instill structure and values within my life. I wanted to come into the New Mexico Military Institute understanding what living by a schedule and regimen is with a sense of discipline, and then carry on those values with me as I go on to another school or whatever career choice I pursue in life.
Very good. What about you, Clarice?
I think the main reason I selected NMMI was due to its educational program, academics, and also the opportunity to study abroad. Since I was younger, I've always wanted to study abroad. I've always wanted to experience another culture, go to another country, see how life it is over there. And this was like the perfect opportunity to me. So that's for sure one of my main reasons to come here. And the second one is the academics, because here in MMI, the academics, they're really strong. And I feel we have the, for example, the opportunity to take college classes at high schoolers, and that's like a really good thing.
Very good. So now, Taiki, how has the NMMI experience prepared you for future success, both academically and personally?
So first of all, academically, I would like to emphasize how before even coming to this institute, I didn't know which career path I was going to take. But through certain resources, I found out that I wanted to be in the armed forces and maybe even the ROTC program here on campus. And personally, I would like to talk about a lot of soft skills I learned at this institute, most notably things like confidence, public speaking, and especially time management and communication, because that's what I found that we use a lot here at this institute.
Very good. What about you, Clarice?
I think academically, it really helped me to manage my time, because here in MMI, if you don't know how to manage your time, you're not going to be able to be successful in your classes, because you need to make sure you're balancing your time to make sure you have time to all your classes, to do your math homework, for example, your science homework and all of that. So it really helped me a lot with my time management. Personally, NMMI has helped me to become more confident, to walk with confidence, talk with confidence, know how to communicate better, how to express my thoughts, and also helped me to develop my leadership skills, which is something I'm pretty sure I'm going to use future in life.
Very good. And you, Rohit, what do you have to say about that?
I would say that academically, I've definitely learned doing what I have to do in replace of what I want to do. There are times at the Institute where you're not always going to like what you are going to be mandated to do, but it's something that you have to learn in life, is that not everything's going to go your way, and you're going to have to make sacrifices to invest in your future, and that's something that New Mexico Military Institute offers.
Okay, very good. So, Clarice, what is the academic program like at New Mexico Military Institute?
I think the academic program at NMMI, it's really strong. As I said before, as a high schooler, you have the opportunity to take college classes in a more advanced level, and that's something like really good, especially if you want to go beyond, if you want to get in depth in any subject. Also, all the teachers here, they have a master's degree or a PhD degree, so they know what they're talking about. And also something that really helped me, it's the office hours, because all the teachers have office hours in the morning. You can always go to his office for tutoring, and they're going to be available for you for any questions you have. If you want to talk, if you want to develop any project, they're going to be open for all of those opportunities.
Thank you. So, Taik, when you think about the academic opportunities that you have here at NMMI, so tell me what are the opportunities that make NMMI unique?
So although we do not offer AP courses here at this institute, we do have a variety of academic programs, such as the Scholars Program, which I am enrolled in, which is a rigorous 4-year program here at the institute for high school students. It manages things such as accelerated English program. It also has a variety of junior college courses that we are required to take. So it is all in all a very rigorous program made to push cadets, especially high school cadets here, to their limits. And I say it certainly has helped me academically. There's also the dual degree program, which allows you as high school cadets to gain college credits for your future and might even be able to gain your college degree here at this institute as a high school cadet.
Very good. So we also have tonight with us Ms. Haley Loving. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, good evening, everybody. I am Haley Loving, and I'm the Global Student Support Service Coordinator. My role is to support all cadets in whatever aspect they need, whether that's life in the classroom or life just in general as a cadet here on campus.
So, as the Global Student Support Coordinator, Ms. Haley, how does NMMI support cadets academically to help them reach their full potential?
So here at NMMI, we have lots of resources available to cadets in regards to academics. Each night, cadets have a 2-hour period. This is called Night Study Hall, and this is where they can go to certain labs, so whether that's math lab or writing lab, to get extra help. They can also study in the library, and this is just a 2-hour period each night where cadets can either get help or work on their homework and make sure they're staying caught up on all their academics. We also have lots of tutoring available to cadets on campus. We have private tutoring. This is where cadets can hire a private tutor to work with on certain subjects, as well as peer tutoring. Peer tutoring is cadets tutoring other cadets in subjects that they excel in. As Cadet Clarice mentioned, all teachers have office hours available, so this is usually before classes every day. And this is a great opportunity for students to go in and get help with anything they might be struggling in that specific class. And then every cadet also has an academic advisor. This is someone that will help them build their schedule each year to make sure they're on track to graduate or on track for whatever degree they are pursuing. And then they will also help them seek tutoring and anything else that they need assistance with in academics.
Thank you, Ms. Haley. So, Rohit, you're a high school senior who's taking some junior college classes. Tell us all a little bit about this opportunity.
So one of the things that's available to me as a high school student who applies for and receives the opportunity to take junior college classes is the credits that come along with not only the high school portion, but also future credits that I will be needing in the future in college. So the differences in between high school and college is that there is an increased amount of workload, but more time allotted for projects and assignments due in said junior college class. I think that this is really important because it gives me kind of a sneak peek into the future, and it provides me with the opportunity to kind of refine and improve my skills going into college next year. And I feel that I'm confident and ready to tackle any course that may come my way.
Wonderful. So I think one of the things that it's very important to say is that NMMI does not offer AP classes because we offer college classes. So once you graduate from high school and if you've taken some college classes, you will graduate and have a transcript with your high school and your diploma, but also your college credits. So now that we've talked a little bit about our academics, let's take a look inside of our classrooms. Okay, so Rohit, you've been here for quite a few years. So, can you describe a typical day in the life of an NMMI cadet?
Sure thing. So essentially every single day we would have a set time to wake up. That would be 0600 hours, and that is when Reveille plays. After that, we'll have a morning formation, which consists of an accountability to ensure that all members of the Corps are here and situated. After that, we would march to Bates Mess Hall, which is where we eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But that is the only time that the Corps forms to go as a regiment to Bates Mess Hall. And then after that, from 07:15 to around 08:15 is when we have tutoring time. Teachers are available there to help cadets with their homework. And this is throughout all the academic buildings. Maybe Wilson, Lee, and McClure are the main ones for math, English, and science. After that, at 8:15, that's when our actual classes begin. They range from athletic courses, English courses, math and science courses, as previously mentioned, and then continuing off of that after school goes till 3:30. We would at that time either have physical training, which is PT, or we would have sports and club activities and events as such. And then after we complete that, we'll go back to Bates to get dinner, and we'll continue on with the mandatory night study hall that Miss Loving mentioned previously for about 2 hours. And a couple teachers come in at the night to help us with our courses and homework and things like that. And then finally, to wrap it up, we have a fourth meal, which is an optional meal for cadets to go and grab a snack before bed. And then at this point in time, all cadets are going to be back in their rooms, in their bunks, with the lights out for taps, which marks the end of the day.
Very good. So tell us about the weekends. What happens during the weekends here at NMMI? What do you do?
So usually on Saturday morning, there are different types of weekends. There are academic weekends, there are core activity weekends. Now, on core activity weekends is usually whenever we have a event scheduled by the Commandant staff in which we have to participate in an event, maybe being a parade practice or some drill activity, or maybe going to a mandatory football game. Now, following that event is usually when we'll have some time to ourselves on that Saturday, maybe possibly taking mini furloughs to go off post for the night, and then coming back on Sunday by 1700 for the weekly march by that we do here on the old post. And then after that, we'll have a basic night study hall portion of time during that Sunday, which is when we can work on homework and things like that. And we do some things that are difficult on those Saturday mornings. However, after that, we do a lot of time for cadets to have fun, relax, and enjoy their weekends. So,
thank you. So, Tyke, can you tell us what extracurricular activities, clubs, and also sports are available to cadets?
So first of all, I would like to mention the variety of sports this campus offers. For example, we have soccer, we have football. Ones that I'm personally in are track and swim season's just starting. And I plan to join that along with Cadet Rohith. I'm very pumped up for that. And as far as extracurriculars, we have a variety of extracurriculars that you won't get anywhere else, especially not in a non-military school environment. Such as for me, I am a member of the regimental band, which means that I get to play out in the marching band and then march militarily while playing military-esque music. I am also a cadet bugler and member of a drum line. So they would also play music along with the corps. And as far as other extracurricular goes, there are other extracurriculars such as the Gauss Rifle Drill Team, where we just, quite honestly, just flip rifles and look cool and stuff. There's also other programs such as Crew 30, where you can just camp out on the weekends and have fun with your friends. There's also one called the Flame Guard, which I'm personally proud to be on, where you display your sense of honor through honoring those who have fallen in the United States Armed Forces. So there are a variety of ways that you can both have fun and serve those in the community, as well as honor those in the armed forces. So there are no sort shortages of sports along with other extracurriculars in this school.
Thank you. So, Clarice, how does NMMI encourage leadership development and character building among its cadets?
Here in MMI, it's an environment that really reinforces the leadership, and it's a place that really wants you to show your potential as a leader. For example, we have classes, we have leadership classes training offered by the GROTC program, and we have them 3 times a week. And it's basically how to develop yourself as a leader, how to lead other people, how to manage your time. And those are really good because it really helps you to build your curriculum and to prepare yourself for the future. Also, in the Corps, each cadet has a rank. So with the rank, it comes responsibility, and with the position comes duties. So as you grow in the chain of command, as you go up in the rank chain, you get more responsibilities, and it really like helps you to build your sense of duty, your sense of honor, because when you're a leader, everyone is looking at you, and if you're not doing the right thing, they're gonna know. And I feel like it really helps you to build that leadership and really inspires you to step up, to speak up for other people, to lead them, to inspire them.
Very good. Thank you. So, Taiki, tell me, how have NMMI's leadership opportunities changed you?
So as the bandmaster and drum major of NMMI, I have learned that I have a variety of soft skills that I've acquired over the years, such as, even though it may not look like it right now, I've learned to speak more fluently in front of other people, especially public speaking. This might seem like a tiny thing, but I've also gained better posture for myself. Before, when I was walking around, I would just always hunch over and maybe not walk with confidence. But then this school has taught me that you gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta walk with better posture. You gotta walk with confidence. And another thing that I would just like to quickly mention is conflict management. Since there are a lot of cadets in here from all walks of life, conflict management as both cadet, leader, and cadre has helped me a lot in managing conflict in my subordinates. And it's really a great opportunity to learn any of these soft skills that you would not learn anywhere else.
Thank you. What about you, Rohit? I think we need to unmute you.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, as I was. One of the things that the leadership opportunities have done for me is definitely the variety and responsibilities associated with different roles. There have been since as I've been here for 4 years, I've held various leadership positions, some pertaining to a specific squad, a specific platoon, a specific troop or company, a specific or even a squadron. So there's definitely a variety in what you're doing when it comes to the associated role you have. One important thing to note is that there's no end in where you want to reach when it comes to leadership opportunities. For example, if you are performing well as a squad leader, there is still honor in that. And that's something that the school teaches you and instills in you, as there's a variety of roles and the responsibilities are different. But as I have the ability to practice those different roles, I feel even more confident in leadership going forth, as you know the difference between managing, as far as delegating, as far as doing things hands-on. And you can understand and really comprehend those roles and apply them to different situations in which whatever life may bring forth to you.
Thank you. Now, Clarice, would you mind sharing with us how NMMI's leadership opportunities has changed you?
Here at NMMI, I'm a troop commander, so I'm responsible for almost 90 people. And being in that position really taught me a lot of things that I've never learned before. For example, delegating tasks. I was used to doing everything by myself. I I was too perfectionist. I had to do everything. Like I was the only one who could do everything. And when I got that position, I learned that I had to trust other people. I had to be open to other opinions. I had to be open to um, other thoughts, other opinions. I had to learn how to delegate tasks because I learned the hard way that I cannot do everything by myself. Uh, Another thing that really touched me was how to set the example, because as a troop commander, everyone is looking at you. Uh, all the eyes are on you in parades or during formations. So it really taught me how to walk with more confidence, how to look more confidence when I'm talking or when I'm giving commands. And that's something that really helped me.
Thank you. So now let's pause a moment and let's show you a little bit about the activities at NMMI. Okay, so Tyke, can you tell us what were your biggest concerns that you had before coming to NMMI?
First and foremost, my biggest concern was that the people over here was going to be mean and that I was going to make any friends. But as I've come to find out, that people over here are kind of nice. Not kind of, they're definitely nice, as I was. Anyways, the people here, you pretty much live with them 24/7, meaning that you learn to interact with them, you learn to make friends with them, and even though you won't make friends with some other people, you still learn to deal with them. And at the end of the day, you're still going to have friends that are there to back you up. So as soon as I came on campus, like the first week or two, all my concerns just floated away, because the people that you make here, they're going to last your lifetime.
Great, thank you. So Clarice, what about you?
I think my two biggest concerns before coming to NMMI was living by myself and the language barrier, because English is not my first language. So before I come here, I was really worried about it. I was worried about maybe other people wouldn't understand me and they would make fun of me. They would make fun of my English. And that was something I was really worried about. But as soon as I got here, I realized that everyone was super nice to me. If I couldn't say something, they would be like super calm. They would try to find other ways to try to understand what I was saying. And that was something that really helped me to build more confidence on talking on my second language. The second thing that really scared me before coming here was living by myself, because I had never lived in a boarding school before. So before coming here, I was like, am I going to be able to survive? Am I going to be able to live by myself? And after 1 week, I realized I'm responsible enough. I can do this and I can handle all of this.
Very good, thank you. So Rohit, what about you? Did you have any big concern before you came to NMMI?
Well, my experience with the concerns when it comes to regarding coming to NMMI is that initially I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep up with the military activities that I had assumed in my mind before coming here. I had seen videos of the 21-day challenge at the time, or the cresting challenge now, on YouTube, and I thought that was going to be like a relatively something that we were going to do on a daily basis. So that's something I was kind of afraid of. But it's not like that. It's a one-time event. And as far as the physical aspect goes, you will be pushed to go beyond yourself when it comes to being, physically fit and mentally stable as well. But one of the things that's important to understand is that you will not be in any type of physical endangerment or harm in any type of way. There's a lot of access to safety and support whenever we are participating in those types of events, and everyone is super nice about understanding the limits that you as an individual can have. So that's something that I was concerned about. But was fixed later on.
Okay. So we have over 30 countries represented at NMMI. So Clarice, tell us, how has this diversity impacted you?
As I said before, I've always wanted to study in another country because I've always had an interest to learn about other countries, learn other languages. So that was something like natural to me. So when I came here, when I saw that I could talk to people from all over the world, including like China, Vietnam, South Korea, Mexico, that was like, I was like, oh my God, it's like a paradise to me. Because I got to know them better, I got to know their culture better, and I feel like that now I'm more aware of other point of views. I think that's what changed on me. I'm more open-minded for other countries, other cultures, and I know that like there's gonna be differences between your culture and other countries' culture, but that's fine. That's okay. That's gonna happen in every single place you go in the world, and that's what makes them unique. And I think this is an amazing place to get to know people from all over the world and to learn about other cultures.
Thank you. So, Tyke, why don't you tell us, how do you feel about being so far away from home?
So being almost 14,000 kilometers away from home obviously isn't easy. So the first thought that came to my mind was that I was going to be lonely here at the institute. But I've kind of found out that that's really not an issue here, especially if you learn how to make friends and learn how to just even talk to your roommate or your people around you, you won't have any trouble making friends. And my second concern was that I wouldn't fit in here, even though I can speak English kind of fluently. I thought that the people over here compared to back home was going to be like a lot different, but I kind of found out it's really not. If you talk to them in a nice way and they talk back to you in a nice way, it's really not that different. People everywhere are nice.
Good. So, what kind of support does an MMI provide you to cope with being away from home, Tyke?
So if you are still suffering from loneliness and other things, there are new NMMI counseling centers that are available on post. There are also faculties from all over the globe that are ready to help you out, especially if it's concerning things like your culture and missing your culture, especially missing your food. There's also the Global Student Support Center. And if you join the international club, which I am in, you get to experience all other kind of cultures as well as exploring some of your cultures. You get to experience some of your own through um, through getting other people to learn about your culture. So it's really a melting pot. And there are all these great support systems, such as, again, the Global Student Support Center and also the counseling centers that are ready to help you out at any time.
Great. What about you, Clarice?
I
What are
think,
the,
sorry.
go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
something that really helped me when I was feeling kind of alone, when I was feeling that I was too far away from my family, I would just go talk to my friends, go talk with my TLA. That's the adult responsible for us here at school. And I think talking about it and speaking up, like it really helps. You just talk what you're feeling, and they're going to be really respectful with you. The teachers, they're also amazing people to talk to. And when I was feeling lonely or when I was feeling down, I would just go talk to them and everything would be good in the end.
Wonderful. So maybe one of you cadets can help me answer this question. We have a question here. How do you get selected for Gauss in Flame Guard?
I can take that question, ma'am. So concerning Gauss Rifles Drill Team, it is a bit less selective than Flame Guard. You basically could join, and we have practice, I believe, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And basically, as long as you know how to do rifle drill and your arm or any other part of your body isn't injured, you can join our team. And as concerning Flame Guard, it is a bit more selective than Gauss Rifles Drill Team, whereby you go through a process called the Weeding Week, where we get a list of candidates, and then slowly we start to weed those candidates out until we have a select group of people that are eligible to join Flame Guard. the reason why we are more selective as Flame Guard compared to GOS and other extracurriculars is that Flame Guard, we march on a thing called the mat here on this campus, where it is the mat donated by the actual Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Washington, D.C., whereby they honor all the unidentified corpses of those fallen in U.S. wars. So it is much more an honorable job to be in Flame Guard. And so the selective process for joining Flame Guard is a bit more selective than GOS.
Now, Tyke, that you answered this question. Maybe you can help me answer another one. Are sports a requirement? Do you have to play sports?
Sorry. Sports are not a requirement on this campus. However, if you are not part of a sport or any other extracurricular on this campus, you will do PT, meaning physical training, 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it's either you join a sport or you do physical training. There is no skipping out on training for your physical body and strength.
Okay. I would like to just share a comment here. A mother, Adriana Barbosa, just wrote here, and she said that her son, Javi Barbosa, is currently at NMMI, and it's absolutely loving it. She said that he's absolutely in love with the school and very thankful. Also, he plays in the jazz band and is involved in many other activities. She said he's extremely happy with the classes he's having and with the teachers, the quality of classes. So thank you so much. Now, NMMI offers several study abroad programs here. So Rohit, why don't you tell us about your study abroad opportunity and experience?
So last year in the summer of 2022, I had the opportunity to study abroad in Spain. This was to get Spanish credits that I would not have to take in the following year. The experience that I was able to have was absolutely amazing. Getting to talk to people from Spain, embracing their culture head on, eating their food, walking through their streets, seeing their historical monuments and museums. It was nothing but magical. And I would not have had that experience if the opportunity wasn't presented to me through the New Mexico Military Institute. And that experience is something that I definitely still cherish and hold close to my heart to this day.
Thank you. So, Taik, when you first arrived at the old post, how long did it take you to feel comfortable being away from home?
So I like to break that into 2 parts. At first it took me about a week to first getting used to NMMI, because when you first enroll into NMMI, you go through a thing called the RAT phase, the recruit at training phase, whereby you get your head shaved for all males, and you basically go through training that would require for you to be an NMMI cadet. So because everything was so fast paced the first couple of weeks, about a weekend, even before that, I was instantly used to this lifestyle. But honestly, for me personally, it took me about a month or 2 to fully get used to the lifestyle and get into the groove of things. So after really a month or 2, or it could even be a full semester, you could feel comfortable on this campus and enjoy your time being here.
Thank you. So, Rohit, what are the housing arrangements like for cadets at NMMI?
So here at the New Mexico Military Institute, we provide education for not only high school cadets, but junior college cadets as well. The high school and junior college are separated into 2 different into 2 separate barracks areas. Hagerman is for high school cadets, and that's where all high schoolers live. And Saunders Barracks is for junior college cadets, and that's where they live. Our percentages regarding male and female cadets, we have a student body of that is 25% female and 75% male. And a common misconception is that New Mexico Military Institute is a all-male school, but that is not the case. The housing arrangements typically work as first and second stoop are for male cadets. The stoop areas are basically the levels. So first level and second level are for male cadets. And the third level or third stoop is for all female cadets that live here.
Thank you very much. Again, I would like to invite you to submit your questions using our social media hashtag #AskNMMI, or post them on our YouTube chat or snap us at NMMI Life. Now, let's talk a little bit about the support that we provide, that NMMI provides to new cadets. So, Ms. Haley, how does NMMI provide support to help new cadets?
So here at NMMI, cadets will have support from hello to goodbye. So throughout the admissions process, an applicant will work with a admissions counselor or recruiter, and that would be the support they have at hello. This would also entail the orientation for new cadets and families. The orientation is an opportunity at the beginning of each new semester for families and cadets to learn what's going to happen when they arrive at school, what the process is of arriving at school, which is matriculation. The matriculation process is the intake of all new cadets, and there are cadre cadets that help with the matriculation process. The cadre cadets are leadership cadets and mentor cadets to help those new cadets or recruits at training learn the ropes of the school and how everything works. And then after the RAT phase is when classes will begin. And as I mentioned previously, all cadets will have an academic advisor. This can be someone that they go to when they're having issues with classes or don't really know what to do in regards to academics. As Taiki mentioned, we have a cadet counseling center on campus. This is a great service for new cadets and cadets that have been here to go and get counseling, or life coaches are there as well. We also have a chaplain on campus that is available to cadets for religious-based counseling or intervention. We have an infirmary where cadets can go if they feel sick or need medications for certain things. And then Clarice had talked about the troop leadership advisors. So all cadets will have a TLA and an SLA. SLA is a squadron leadership advisor. And this is the adult that is on the core side and is with the cadets pretty much 24/7. And they can always go to their TLA or SLA for support with anything that they need. And then, as I mentioned myself as well, I'm a good resource for cadets if they're having trouble and don't know where to go or who to talk to.
Thank you. So, Ms. Haley, what resources are in place for parents to stay informed and involved in their cadets' education here at NMMI?
So we understand that parents want to stay as involved as possible, being that their child is not at home with them. So we do have something called the early warning system, and parents will get weekly reports from the early warning system, and this will include any green flags, which is a note on positive behavior, as well as red flags, which is a note on negative behavior or maybe some type of discipline issue that might have occurred. And the early warning system reports that go out will also include their cadets' grades and academic progress and any missed classes that they have. We also have academic advisors that are very good at communicating with parents and making sure that their cadets are academically where they need to be and on track for graduation. As I mentioned, the TLAs and SLAs, they're also a very good resource for parents to stay involved and know more from the discipline side where their students at and how life in the Corps is going. The Global Student Support Center sends out monthly newsletters that goes over what's happening on campus, what's coming up for parents to look forward to, and then any other important information that we find the parents might need to be informed about. And then we also have the Parents Club. The Parents Club has a Facebook group as well as emails that go out, and this is parents of cadets that have been on campus as well as parents for new cadets, and they can ask each other any questions about anything they're not sure of and get any support from other cadets' parents.
Thank you. So, Kadisi, how has NMMI helped you achieve your goals?
One second. NMMI has helped me how to achieve personal and also academic goals. One of my personal goals was to become a more independent person, and for sure, after I came to NMMI, I can say with 100% sure that I became a more independent person. Here, I live by myself. I don't have my parents to wake me up in the morning. I don't have my parents to tell me what I have to do. I have to do everything by myself, and that really helped me to develop this time management and also how to keep up with everything that I want to do. It also helped me to develop. It also helped me to become a better person and also to navigate the unknown. Because here at school, I didn't know anyone before coming here, so I basically had to get to know everyone. So that's a really good experience because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to use that in the future. And also helped me to develop my communication skills because here at NMMI, if you want to solve something, if you have any issues, you have to be able to communicate yourself. You have to be able to communicate your thoughts and also speak up for yourself.
Thank you. What about you, Rohit?
So something that I noticed that NMMI has helped me to achieve my goals is definitely a sense of progressive development over each and every year and the amount of time that you spend here. It's important to note how you set goals for yourself and you either meet them or you don't meet them. And after you meet those goals, if you do, you set another goal for yourself just to keep going beyond and understanding how to keep getting better and better. And if you don't meet those goals, then it's time to reflect. It's time to understand what went wrong and what you can do to mitigate those circumstances in the future, and just to overall progress and develop as a leader, a student, an athlete, and a follower. And overall, just becoming a better cadet and a better citizen overall.
Thank you. Taik, what is the biggest lesson from an NMMI you will have with you for the rest of your life?
The biggest lesson I've learned over the past 2 years here at NMMI is that you just got to push through with it. No matter what kind of obstacles you may face in your life, whether it be academic or personal or family related, you just have to push through it, because everything in this campus, everything academic that you're doing, core wise that you're doing, it's really fast paced. So you got to pick yourself up. And even though there are resources to help you when you are down, there's really, if you are ready to overcome that obstacle yourself, you have to make that change yourself. So that is my biggest lesson that I've learned here at the Institute. Just push through.
What about you, Clarice?
I think the biggest lesson that I've learned here in the Institute was to do the right thing, even when there's no one watching, because there's going to be someone watching you. Because this campus, it might seem really big when you look from the outside, but when you actually come here, it can be pretty small. There's always going to be someone looking at you, and you might have someone that's inspiring themselves in you, and you might never know that. So I think the biggest lesson is always do the right thing, even when there's no watching, because there's going to be someone watching you. There's always someone looking up to you. There's always someone looking at you and being inspired by you. You never know when that's going to happen. So just keep going and do the right thing.
Thank you. What about you, Rohit?
So something that I've taken from my time here at NMMI is that you should never slack off and do any less than you feel that you are able to. and you should not take what you have for granted. So it's easy to lose sight on things just because you have so much going on, but a lot of the time you're gifted without even knowing it. When it comes to opportunities, when it comes to positions, when it comes to relationships, a lot of the times you got to really understand what you have and understand that it's important to practice gratitude for that. And you need to focus on what you can control, not what you cannot. Every day here is another opportunity to get up and get after it, whatever it is, right? So I think it's really important to focus on being consistently good rather than occasionally great.
Thank you very much. Great insights from these young cadets here. So now let's take a look at our core cadets in action. Okay, so we have a question here. Maybe Clarice, you could help me answer this. How many people are in each room and how are they chosen?
So here in NMMI, when you first come here, the standard room, it's you have 2 roommates per room. However, there's some special rooms. For example, the one that I live, it can be like for even like 3 cadets on it, but in the standard it's 2, and they're chosen based on their troop they're in. So when you're in high school, you have 4 troops. You have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta, and HQ 5, and they're gonna try to put you with a roommate that is the same troop as you are, so you guys can like do all the activities together. And they're also chosen based on age. For example, you're not gonna have a freshman with a senior. They're always gonna try to put a sophomore with a junior, or freshman. Seniors only with seniors or juniors. So they're really like selective about it.
Thank you. So, Ms. Haley, let's talk a little bit about our admissions and application process. What steps should prospect cadets and parents take to start the application process at NMMI?
So the very first thing that anyone who wants to come to NMMI should do is first submit an online application. It's free of charge, and you can access the link to do so on our website. And once your application is submitted, you'll be assigned to an admissions counselor. They will reach out to you following the submission of your application, and they'll let you know what steps are next to move forward with the process.
Okay, thank you. Are there any specific admissions requirements or prerequisites?
Yes, so there are some requirements and prerequisites that you'll have to submit. As I mentioned, a counselor will reach out to you. They'll provide you a checklist of all the required documents. For example, this will be medical documents such as immunizations, physical, and then also transcripts from the school that you've been to previously. We have a questionnaire that applicants have to fill out. And then we have a few other things that we'll require, but once you submit the application and the counselor reaches out to you, they'll provide you the checklist of everything that needs to be submitted.
So, what advice can you share with students and parents to help make the application process go smoothly?
I think that if applicants and parents could stay in constant communication with their counselor that they'll be working with throughout the process, that would be one of the top things to help the process go smoothly. And another thing that I would recommend is be prompt in submitting your documents. The earlier you get all of your documents in, you'll have a chance to be accepted sooner. And once you're accepted is when you'll be reviewed for scholarships. So who doesn't want free money towards their school? And the sooner you can get your documents submitted and get accepted, the sooner you can be reviewed for scholarships.
Thank you. So, as you are considering admission, a couple of our special programs are the Early Commissioning Program and the Service Academy Prep Program. Let's take a quick look at those. So, Ms. Haley, you mentioned scholarships, or you mentioned having options to, when you're applying here. The sooner you apply, the better is your opportunity for scholarships. So, are there any scholarships or financial aid available to our applicants?
Yes. So here at NMMI, we have over 180 scholarships available to applicants and cadets. We do have a huge opportunity for New Mexico residents at both the high school and junior college level, to where they are able to come at almost zero cost. So if you're a New Mexico resident and you're interested, I would highly recommend reaching out to our admissions office, and we can provide you some more information on that.
Thank you. So we have another question here. Tyke, so tell us, do you have to do your own laundry?
That is a both yes and a no answer. So as a rat, yes, you would do your laundry, but the way it works here in the institute is that there's a laundry service here on campus where you can literally just put all your laundry in a bag and fill out some forms stating your name and your ID number, chuck that in the bag, zip it, and magically, like 2 or 3 days later, just comes back to you. For all cadets, we also have a self-service laundry system where you can do your own laundry, whereby you just take it to a washer, and there's also a dry cleaner, and you could just wash your own clothes there. And so there's 2 options to that, and either you want to do your own laundry yourself or you have someone else do it. That is up to you. But yes, you do take care of your own laundry at this institute.
Thank you very much. So we have here one last questions for our participants. So Clarice, if you could share your best memory from NMMI, what would it be?
I think one of my best memories here in NMMI, it was when I first marched in front of my troop during a march by. At that moment, when I knew there was almost like 100 people behind me, like following me at the parade, at that moment, I realized everything, like I realized how much I have accomplished since I arrived here in MMI. And I also realized how much responsibility I had from that point and beyond. I think that's a really special moment that I'm 100% sure I'll never forget it.
What about you, Tyke?
It is the same for me. It was my first parade as bandmaster and drum major of our band. So for me, it was really the thrill and the anxiety that also comes along with the aspect of leading here at this institute. And really getting this opportunity would amaze me, who came in as a freshman 2 years ago, because I never thought that I would achieve such a rank in this corps that would require me to lead so many people, and especially for an organization that I love, such as the NMMI band. So that was my best memory.
Thank you. What about you, Rohit?
I think I'm going to have to agree with my fellow classmates and fellow cadets. Marching at the front with people following you is definitely something that's very special, especially the first time. When I first had my first march on when I was a troop commander, that was something that was very special and important to me too, because again, as they said, it signifies the mark of you going from learning the aspects as a follower and now applying them as a leader. And it definitely is a great feeling and feels to represent the hard work and the hours that you put in preparing yourself and managing yourself and telling yourself how hard, like telling yourself what to do even when you didn't feel like doing it. And so that was something that I think I can share as a very memorable and favorite memory, along with various other people.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank our attendees for their participation and questions. I see there are a couple of questions that unfortunately we're running out of time, so we cannot answer, but I would highly encourage you to submit your questions to admissions@nmmi.edu. We'll be happy to reply to all of them. So for more information about NMMI, please visit our website, www.nmmi.edu. I would also like to invite you to our open house. Our next open house will take place on November 4th. It will start at 8 o'clock in the morning. Open house is a great opportunity for you to experience NMMI firsthand, to visit our campus, interact with our faculty, staff, and cadets, and ask as many questions as you can. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, cadets, for your amazing um, experience and for sharing amazing things about your life here at NMMI. Thank you. We hope to see you again soon. Have a good night.